Hello everybody, this is Oro back for the team builder segment for the PDL. We're starting off this season, hopefully going to be strong. We're going to start it off right away. This is the team. He has a combination of Iron Bundle, Galarian Slowking, Hisuian Avalugg, Shaman, Ursaring, Darkspun, Low Kicks, Volcarona, Dondozo, Haxorus, and Ampharos. His two Terra Captains being Iron Bundle and Hisuian Avalugg, with the types Ice, Fighting Dragon, and Rock, Ghosts, Poison, respectively. It's a terrifying team. I hate facing Iron Bundle teams. They're always scarier than they really should be, I think, most of the time, and I don't think my team is very well equipped for it. We don't have a very great specially defensive wall, and Freeze Dry does kind of ruin me. Normally for an Ice type, I do got stuff like Manaphy, Archaladon, a bunch of the really, like, you know, we got some bulk for it, but not for Freeze Dry specifically, and Iron Bundle is a menace, especially with Terra Ice. It would do so much damage, and I'm not really prepared for that. Don't really have a great team for it, but we do have an idea. His team is relatively frail, or easily able to be dealt with something, for example, like GLIMMORA. I think GLIMMORA does really well into it, especially with a Power or Meteor Beam set. With Rock Polish, we can outspeed absolutely everything on his team except for like the fastest choice scarfers, like a scarfed Iron Bundle, but I think I can deal with a scarfed Iron Bundle, so that's why it's not really that big of a problem for me. Meteor Beam hits everything absolutely super hard. Galarian Slowking cannot switch into it because it'll immediately drop to an Earth Power. He can't really deal with it with like Ampharos, really nothing can switch into a +1 Meteor Beam, and then afterwards Sludge Wave is just a nuke into absolutely everything. So this is, in my opinion, guaranteed to claim two KOs as long as it comes in on something that can tank a hit from reasonably. Then we have a relatively bulky Manaphy set. I don't think its special defense is as needed because it's always going to drop to a Freeze Dry anyways. He has a lot of physical attackers, and something like Volcarona, for example, like not going to take very much damage to unless it's boosted. And then we have Scald, Knockoff, Tail Glow, and Acid Armor. Acid Armor is again for the physical defensive, offensive mons. We can set up on them, we can heal up on them. Tail Glow, if we get +3, we 2-hit KO a non-specially defensive Galarian Slowking, I believe. And besides that, we just do pretty crazy damage to absolutely everything. With Terra Water, we are a nuke. At Terra Water +3 Scalds, everything is going to drop besides like Dondozo, who doesn't really want to get burned in the first place because it's going to be forced to rest. I mean, it's a pretty good set all in all. Just cannot deal with Iron Bundle, obviously, and then Shaman's a little bit hard for me to deal with as well. But those are really the only two mons that this cannot defend against. Archaladon, pretty standard here as well. We do not have Pelipper, but I'm still running Electro Shot because we do have a Rain Dance setter on this team. But besides that, we have a relatively, you know, pretty two obvious moves. We got Draco Meteor and Flash Cannon. If we cannot Electro Shot Draco Meteor, still a 2-hit KO on Dondozo because of Unaware. If Galarian Slowking becomes a problem, we do have EQ. Even with the minus nature, it's our strongest move into it, especially if it's a Spadef Slowking. It's not quite a 2-hit KO, but with any sort of Stealth Rock chip, it would be a 2-hit KO. Hoping we can maybe catch him off guard with that. Other than that, it's just really good defensive typing into his team. Haxorus is the only thing that can really nuke it, besides Iron Bundle. If it's like choice specs, it can potentially 2-hit KO with an Ice Beam. But I mean, it's a pretty good set in my opinion. Draco Meteor does just crazy damage. Flash Cannons for Darkspun, Earthquakes for Slowking, and then Electro Shot is just in case we do have Rain up, because it's relatively equivalent to Draco Meteor against certain threats, especially Dondozo is the big one because it's still a 2-hit KO into it, and I'm still getting boosted the whole time. He doesn't have a ground for immunity against it. Either way, I would get the boost there either way, but pretty good set there in my opinion. We have Grafai, which is a muscle band Grafai, pretty offensive this week. Gunk Shot, Knockoff, Copycat, and Parting Shot. The idea is that Parting Shot into Iron Bundle will mean that we can more safely switch into it. We have Copycat purely for Outrage on Haxorus, and like if we were to copy a U-turn or something, we can get a Prankster U-turn off. So that's the idea there. Gunk Shot into really like Low Kicks, Volcarona, anything that I don't have a reason to click Copycat into, and then Knockoff is just good utility. It's especially stuff like Galarian Slowking, Ursaring, Dondozo, the things that kind of, you know, thrive off of their item a little bit. It's very good for those. We are Terra Ghost in case we, for whatever reason, need to rapid spin or block rapid spin into Hisuian Avalugg. And that's the idea there. Kefla's simple, actually not simple at all. This is maybe my wildest set on this team. He does not have a Choice Specs Moonblast switch in. It's kind of just Volcarona who doesn't want the special defense drop. And if he goes Volcarona, I definitely have the ability to switch into it. I mean, he does not have a single specialty, like it does not have a single offensive move that can threaten GLIMMORA besides like Rock Polish or something. Or sorry, not Rock Polish, maybe Psychic. Psychic is probably the only attack it's going to hit GLIMMORA with. Sorry, I'm a little... but, I mean, I have switch-ins for Volcarona, so I'm not threatened by it. And besides Volcarona, what's his Moonblast switch-in? He has Galarian Slowking, which doesn't necessarily want to tank a Bug Buzz if it's not specially defensive. We can always pivot out on it, too, and we can always set up webs on something. The idea is that he's going to maybe lead Avalugg, and we're going to lead Ribombee. And then Ribombee going to be able to tank it, take it out with a Moonblast, or just set up sticky webs on it, maybe get a U-turn up or something like that. That's really the idea. I don't know what else he'd maybe want to lead with. Maybe something like Iron Bundle could be a lead, and if it does go Iron Bundle, he cannot kill me with an Ice Beam, I believe. Maybe it's even Hydro Pump. I don't really know. But that's the idea there, anyways. Is that we just do so much damage with Moonblast specifically, and then we have coverage for stuff like Galarian Slowking with Bug Buzz. If it's not, yeah, I mean, if it's not specially defensive, it almost gets 2-hit KO'd. It's pretty insane damage, actually. So it's a wild set here for sure. We still have Sticky Webs, just it enables Mana Feed in such a, like, super well. And then we do have Pivot with U-Turn. Then finally, we do have a specially defensive set with Mesprit. We're doing Damp Rock, Stealth Rock, Rain Dance, Psychic, and U-Turn. Obviously, here's our Rain Dance setter with Damp Rock, so we can potentially get 8 turns. I mean, Rain Dance with either of these mons, like imagine a +3 Terra Water Rain Boosted Skull. That's just gonna hurt absolutely everything. He does not have a switch in for that in whatsoever. Shaman even might get 2-hit KO'd, but I haven't really calced because I'm not planning on staying in on a Shaman anyways. And then Electro Shot, obviously, on our Caledon is a great reason just to bring Rain Dance, just in case, because there's not really a lot of coverage that otherwise Mesprit would want to use besides like Knockoff or something, which isn't super vital here anyways. Psychic 2-hit KOs a lot of the like less specially defensive mons. Iron Bundle, Avalugg, Darkspun I think is a 3-hit KO, but it's like in the 40% range that'll be doing in damage, just good damage. And then U-Turn is good pivot, but that's going to be the team, and we'll get right into the battle. See you there. Hello everybody, and welcome to the first week of the PDL versus Mr. TJP. We are already going to queue up right away. Yes, an intimidating team to say the very least. Iron Bundle, Galarian Slowking, Hisuian Avalugg, all mons that I have a big problem with, like normally with draft. And then he has Low Kicks, Volcarona, and Haxorus, which I can imagine being very scary. In fact, he brings Haxorus and Low Kicks because the first impression seems, I think, would be like the scariest thing that he could bring into me. He did not bring Darkspun, so I do have Copycat on Grafaiai. If Haxorus starts going off, then I can definitely go into Grafaiai right away. I feel pretty safely able to just go out like straight into Ribombee, maybe, because the only thing that would really threaten me out would be, I would imagine, Specs Iron Bundle or Banded Low Kicks. Those are really probably the only things. I mean, Iron Bundle can probably just OHKO with Hydro Pump naturally, but it actually looks like I just barely got out of that range. If I do this, then he probably just loses a Mon right off the gate. I feel pretty comfortable leading with Ribombee. It would definitely be unfortunate to see specifically Low Kicks lead out. Let's do this. Good luck, Mr. TJP. I know he's expecting me to bring Rillaboom and Pelipper, because obviously that's what my main team's really built around, is having that rain set up, and the Rillaboom just helps with the earthquakes. But I imagine that helped me out with a lot of prep. Iron Bundle is the lead. I can scout to see if this is choice specs, and just immediately go for the Bug Buzz. In fact, he might go for Taunt, is the good thing. Bug Buzz would easily be my best move, because there's not a single thing that really wants to switch into it, and it would OHKO the Iron Bundle. If he isn't Specs, then Hydro Pump will not kill me. And if he is Specs, then I can definitely just go right out into Archaludon pretty easily. I think we can safely go and click Bug Buzz. Taunt? U-turn, okay. What would he go out to? That's a crit. That's not that bad. What would he go out into? Galarian Slowking, more than likely? Or Avalugg. If he goes Avalugg, Ampharos, that's a 2-shot. I don't believe that would be able to live 2 hits. Definitely not. I mean, we go for another Bug Buzz. It's very simple, right? We could go out into Archaludon, anticipating him to switch into what? Glowking? Oh, God. I don't want to do that. I think we go for another Bug Buzz, because if we can just remove a Pokemon out the gate, that's huge. I imagine he switches into Glowking, though. Yeah, I should have switched, but I don't really know what I would have switched into. And if this isn't Spadef, then it's potentially 2-shot. It is Spadef. Yeah, that was definitely Spadef. If he wasn't Spadef, I did 45 minimum, so it was definitely Spadef there. What can I afford to go out into? I want to say Mesprit, because Mesprit's viability here is very limited. There's 2 first impression mons. The Psychic chip would be nice, but I think generally this would be way stronger for me. I actually don't have a big reason to get webs up, because I imagine that's definitely boots. I don't want to get T-Waves, Sludge Bombed. Getting rocks up would still be huge, especially if that's banded low kicks. So I think we will go into Mesprit. I don't know what it's going to be able to do to me. I'm very specially defensive, so the thing it would like really suck would be poison. That's fine. I was okay with getting paralyzed anyways. Definitely want to get rocks up. Rocks would be very ginormous, very huge for me. I'm very okay with this getting paralyzed. I'm only outspeeding an Ursaring or the Ampharos, and that's only if it's max speed. If it paralyzes me, I will be getting outsped by the Ampharos for sure. But I also don't think that that's going to be that big of a problem, to be honest. He could also switch here, is the thing, because he just doesn't want to deal with it. Okay, he stays in. He's going to go for the paralyzed. I will not be slower than Slowking, unfortunately. Ooh, okay, he does switch. He puts his sun, the snow up. Interesting. What if he goes into Bundle? Could he go into Bundle? He could. If he isn't Specs, then Hydro Pump will not be doing enough damage to me. And Psychic is a 2-hit KO. I could also, if he goes out to Hisuian Avalugg, if there's no special defense investment, I'm pretty sure Psychic is a clean 2-hit KO as well. Especially if he gets chipped by rocks. Ooh, okay. He is going to go out into low kicks. It is Boots, which actually does mean that I live a knockoff, if that's what he decides to go for. Which means I actually want to click U-turn, because I'm okay with getting a lot of chip on this thing. He's going to U-turn himself. He is going to be Boots. That's very comfortable. I live that very comfortably, actually. I think that might have been a mineral. But he's going to switch. What is he going to go into? Slowking. Out the gate. Okay. What do I have to hit a Spadef Glowking? Could go out into Glimmora, but then I got a risk of Future Sight. Grafai Eye does get knockoff. Although I don't want to get paralyzed, if I can help it. Manaphy can definitely go into Manaphy. I mean, +3 Scald is 2-hit KO. And I do have Rain Dance on Mesprit for hydration, if he does decide to go and paralyze me right away. We're gonna go knock off this Black Sludge. Nothing wants to take a knockoff. And I imagine he could go and paralyze me. If he goes on to bundle, I have to remove an item at least. Ooh, we get to remove the sludge. Let's go, dude. Very huge. Very huge. He is gonna paralyze me, which is fine. Trying to think, is there anything that could OHKO me? Haxorus probably can if it's choice banded with an outrage. It actually doesn't. We could tail glow here. That wouldn't be that wouldn't be that bad of a move. I imagine he switches again. What would he switch into though? Bundle? Really the only thing that's coming to mind. I think we can afford to tail glow at least one time. Okay, we're gonna be paralyzed. That's unfortunate. He's gonna chill the reception out. Can you do that after Hail's already up? I didn't think so. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Oh, it still doesn't work. Huh. I actually didn't know that. Well, that was an unfortunate paralysis turn. What did he go out into? He is going bundle. It took rocks too, so it could be specs. If he is specs, then I do have to switch. I think I can afford to go out into Archaludon. I mean, choice specs would hurt like bad for sure. Although it is not a 2-hit KO. And he doesn't have a switch into Draco, like at all. It's only Glow King. And Glow King's chipped, so where like, you know, a Draco into Earthquake can probably knock it out. If he's Terra Ice specs, it does 2-hit KO me, but not with Freeze Dry, which I imagine is what he goes for. He cannot go for Ice Beam, because it wouldn't make any sense. Manaphy would be able to knock it out pretty reasonably. Blizzard, oh god. That's not going to 2-hit KO me. Or it's going to 2-hit KO me. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness, dude. Well, we can switch now. Especially because the snow stopped. I don't think he's going to want to risk missing a Blizzard. And then the thing is, if he does do that, then GLIMMORA can come out, and I'm pretty sure it would live a Blizzard. No, it wouldn't even be close. Can Manaphy tank Blizzards? It can, kinda. Let's go ahead and just click Draco, I guess, because maybe he'll switch. Not wanting to miss the Blizzard, but that was definitely like a very shitty situation. If I was very healthy, I would have switched into something else for sure. We're gonna go out into Grafai. We're gonna click Parting Shot to pivot out on bundles so Manaphy can come in a little more reasonably. He might be afraid of Scarf. He is gonna switch. What did he switch into? He's gonna go into Lug. Jeez. We're definitely going out into. Let's click Rain Dance. He might attack. He might click Rapid Spin. Both of those I'm okay with. Let's go for one Psychic. He's gonna go for Rocks of his own. We're gonna go for U-turn here. Expect aim to switch for sure. He's gonna go out into what I imagine would be low kicks. Yes, that it is. We're gonna go out into Grafai, I think, because we can go for Copycat U-turn, which I think would definitely be able to knock out low kicks. Yeah, it should be able to. If he goes for first impression, then that's fine, but I don't think he will. He's not scarfed. So he could Sucker Punch, which would also be okay, because that would be faster with Copycat. Oh wait, shit. It's a Dark type. That was really stupid of me. That's not gonna work, is it? There's a Dark type. I'm so stupid. That was really dumb. Shoot. I think we can maybe justify going out into Rabombi, because I don't think Rabombi will drop to a Sucker Punch, being that it's not banded. No, it definitely will though. Let's do it, because if he doesn't go for Sucker Punch, then he kind of threw away his low kicks. He went for knockoff. Dude, oh my god, this is so unfortunate, man. I completely forgot that that it still works despite it being yeah, that was completely my bad. We go out into Manaphy here, for sure we do. Iron Bundle can't really switch in. In fact, nothing really can to Manaphy, especially not in the rain. So we could just click Scald here. All he has would be Glow King that can switch into it. I'm gonna have to click Scald. He's gonna click Knockoff. Jeez, what? Oh my god, another crit. I mean, that's unfortunate for sure, but I don't really know what I could have done there. That crit actually is super meaningful, because now that means Blizzard will just knock out Iron Bundle, or knock out Manaphy, so he can go for Blizzard if he really wants to. I think we have to let Mesprit go and hope he goes for a move that somebody can live. Because the thing is, Mesprit won't live anything. I hope he goes for like freeze dry or something. That's what my plan is now. Okay. What my prayer has to be is that GLIMMORA would tank a freeze dry, which it does. And that I have to hope that Haxorus does not have first impression as well. That is currently my win con. Currently, that's just what I have to do. I don't know what he would do right now. My guess would be he would switch hard into Haxorus. If he has first impression. But if he doesn't have first impression... Okay, he's going into Ampharos. This is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. Because now we're going to be very healthy, actually. So Haxorus won't be able to one-shot me anymore. So I think we might... there's still a very decent chance here. We're going to click Earth Power. Could we get away with just clicking Meteor Beam right away? Probably not. Maybe we have to, though, because Slowking Galar. Would it take more from Earth Power or Meteor Beam? It would take more from Earth Power, technically. How about Haxorus? Can Haxorus drop to a +1 Sludge Wave? It does. I think we do click Meteor Beam here. I think the animation means that it didn't miss, right? Or is that the second animation? Because a miss would be like the worst case here. Oh my gosh. Dude. That's really bad. I could have just clicked Earth Power there. Ampharos, Meteor Beam? I don't think that's gonna do enough. Okay, luckily it doesn't. We click Sludge Wave, I guess. So Haxorus can't just switch in. Yeah. Dude, that miss is the worst. Oh my gosh. Now I definitely dropped to a first impression if he has it on Haxorus. I didn't before. Ooh. If he's Future Sight, then I click I click Earth Power, right? I could click Meteor Beam, but I have to click Earth Power, I think. And hope for a crit, I guess. Has he done any attacks yet? I don't think he has. He's only clicked Chilly Reception, which I'm sure he has Sludge Bomb, though. I have to click Earth Power. Oh, okay, he's switching. He's switching again. I could have clicked Meteor Beam. Oh my gosh. Oh, I could have clicked Meteor Beam. I almost clicked Meteor Beam again, dude. He is going to go out to Slowking. He's going to be almost at full HP. He's going to be at full HP. Let's click Earth Power. We have to. I guess we can crit. Maybe it didn't crit, though. Spit F drop is pretty decent, actually. Ah, dude, that is so unfortunate. Are you serious? That extra damage is also important because that Side Shock, I'm pretty sure, didn't kill me. We can go out into Monkey. I guess we click knockoff. I hope it kills. Didn't kill. Didn't think so. Didn't think it was close. Dude, that's so unfortunate. That's super unfortunate. All that was like really unlucky. Oh my gosh, that was bad. That was not even, I don't feel like that was even my fault. Like a lot of that was just really bad luck. Blizzard on the freeze was the main thing that gets me, because I could have definitely switched into something. They just sacked it. But geez, like what? We click Scald. We can Terra Water Scald in case he switches, which he shouldn't, but he could. I mean, it was a closer game than it really should have been. Like it really was, but I don't know. That was just a lot of that was really bad luck. The miss was really huge because that Psyshock wouldn't have killed even a little bit. It wouldn't have gotten close. I mean, the Blizzard was definitely bad. He crit me more than once. It's not his fault, of course. Like, I can't complain. I definitely could have prepped better as well. My team could have been better, but like, geez, a lot of that bad luck was really. There was some bad luck in there, dude. Because if I didn't get freeze, I would have just switched. I would have sacked off like Rabombi or something, being that the only thing it had like any use for was getting webs up, which would have been huge in this case because it would have like stopped me from. It would have stopped bundle just entirely. But like, what could I have done to get that up at that point with the freeze? Like, I don't know. I feel like that wasn't my fault. I can't help but feel like I didn't play like amazing as well, but like, geez, there was some bad luck there for sure, and I can't deny it. Geez, he also hit the 70% Blizzard, which, I mean, if he didn't do that, he died. So I don't know. Can't complain too much, but at the same time, for the first game, that's not how I want to start. So can't help but be a little angry about that. But like, I can't do anything about it at this point. And I could have just, all I could have done was prep better in the team prep. But I mean, I didn't even have an answer to Blizzard Iron Bundle at any point either, which I still don't know why he Blizzarded into Manaphy, because if he Terra'd like that, Scald just killed it. But I don't know. I digress. At this point, I can't do anything. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the first battle. At least we will be better and back for more next week. Week 2 versus, I actually don't know off the top of my head who I play. I believe it is Frobe, coach of the Sydney Slow Kings. Who I haven't looked at his team yet, but please come back again next week for a better game, hopefully, and I will see you guys all then. Bye-bye.